Testing 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1. All right, guys. We just want to make sure that the the audio is good. All right, so I feel like the audio is good. I know what the repeat was. I think it should be going now. All right, guys, we're going to be getting started in a second. All right, guys, a couple more seconds and we're going to get started. All right, let's go on ahead and hop into it. What's good, guys? AVG here. We're going to be doing some more Play Like a Pro series today. What I wanted to do is I want to continue where we left off yesterday. For the guys who are just now hopping in and watching, and this is your first time, I appreciate you for showing up. If you got any questions for me while I'm going through some of the stuff, just ask. It don't have to necessarily be about what I'm talking about. It can just be some of your general concerns. So if you got a question about who's supposed to be on mid and who's supposed to be on Anchor, or who do I think are the best characters, we can have those conversations here. Just ask me those questions and we'll get to it. Where we left off on yesterday, we left off on Oki. We was talking about Oki, right? And I'm not gonna go over Oki right now. What I want to do is move on from there. If you want to know about Oki, go to the last stream that I did. All of the information is there, and I'm going to be trying to upload this stuff to YouTube also. So if you guys want to watch it there, going ahead and hit up the channel. You should see it on YouTube. It should have the same name. It might just be 1X AVGX, right? I'll have some Dragon Ball FighterZ videos up there for you. All right, so what I want to go into next is I told you last time I would not talk about combos, in the sense that I'm not going to be talking about what are the best combos. That's not what I'm going to do. I'm not going to be telling you what are the very best combos you can do. What I will be talking about is optimizing combos and whether or not you should utilize optimized combos all the time. So where am I going with this? I'll give you an example, right? So a great example of this is actually Beerus. Beerus has some optimized combo routes, right? So I'll do one here, and I'll show you why this may not be, why you want to start considering whether or not you should start doing optimized combos all the time. Should you be doing these 24/7, or should you do them all the time, or should you never do them, right? So let me switch some things up here, right? So Beerus has a corner combo, right? Let me see if I can do it here. I kind of do mine's a little different. Oh wow, I messed that up. I might not be able to do it. Let's see. Yeah, I'm having a hard time doing it, but I'm gonna get to the end of it so you can see what I'm saying. If I can get up there, I might not be able to do it. So I'm gonna do the shorter route because right now I'm kind of warming my fingers up. And a lot of times I have a hard time getting Beerus' time down. But ultimately I'll show you what usually it means to optimize a combo. So normally when you do your combo, what you'll have is something like this, right? And you get your knockdown, right? So that would be your regular combo, right? Now when people start talking about, well, what is optimizing? Optimizing your combo is where you do little things to add more damage to the combo, right? So that could be whether you decide to go, okay, we do this and we add, oh sorry, I messed that up, and we add an assist in there, right? And now I can continue my combo more, right? I could go for another knockdown. Depending on how you do it, it could be a hard knockdown if you do a soft one first. So, right, so here comes my hard knockdown. Boom, hard knockdown, right? Another way you could optimize your combos is to do a vanish route, right? So vanish, and then normally people would Dragon Rush. Now Beerus can optimize his a little bit more after a vanish, right? Oh, I dropped that one. One sec. And then I Dragon Rush. Right, so I can optimize Beerus combo a little further than that, right? But the question becomes is, should I be optimizing all of my combos? And I'm here to tell you, no, you do not need to use your optimized combos all the time. So what am I saying? I'm saying to a certain degree, you want to optimize your combos, but you don't want to do it all the way to the very end to where you kick out the most damage possible in that one combo. The reason being is because you end up wasting resources when you don't really need to, right? So let's say I got a bar here, right? Right. Now, if I decide that I'm going to do this route, right? Let's say I do this route. Oh, I messed that up. I'm going to try to keep it simple here so you can get the point. Right? And then I try to do something like that. Or I vanish first and then try to get the Dragon Rush. If I use all of those resources, what I'm then doing is wasting bar that I could save for my kill combo. So pro players like to think in a sense of, all right, I'm going to build bar on my first combo, right? So I'm going to build as much bar as I can. I'm going to go... Oops, excuse me. So let's make sure we start this over because I want you to kind of visualize this. Oh, I shouldn't have did that. I actually should have just Dragon Rush, right? So your combos should really look something like this. Right? Something similar to that degree. The reason being is because I've built, as you can see, a bar and a half, right? And yeah, that's a bar and a half. And I'm ready. I did about, in fact, let me make sure I put the damage marker up here so you guys can see that too. Damage info, right? So that was 44,000, right? That means in my next combo, I need to be able to do 6,000 to kill my opponent. So I'm going to show you no recovery, right? So here's an example, right? Right. In fact, I actually should have did a hard knockdown. So I wanted it to look kind of like this. Would Beerus do it that way? You know what? In fact, Beerus will probably do something like this. Right? So Beerus will probably do something like that, right? That's 4,000. Now look at my next combo. This is assuming you only have one assist. I can now kill, right? Even though I kind of missed Beerus's own right there. But I can kill on my next combo because I now have my resources. However, if you go... EXing, and then here we go here, right? Your next combo, let's say I would have got that hit, I would have probably did like another 5,000. And by that time, I would probably only have one assist coming to me. So at this moment, I used Android 21. Android 17 is my only assist left. And let's say my next combo starts on a jump in. Right? In fact, let me make sure I get him there. Or I could actually get his health there, right? So let's say I was able to knock off about 4,000 of his health, right? Now, I only have one assist, and I wasted my resources the last combo, which means I only have about a bar right now. So, and my next hit might be a jump in, or it might be a light starter. Right? And just to give you, let me see if I can do it. In fact, no, I'm not going to assume a 2M starter. This is a jump in, so the scaling's higher. Right? So now I can't kill. Right? Because I wasted my resources on trying to utilize an optimized combo when I didn't need to. Right? So this is where you start running into situations where you have your opponent sitting in front of you and they're, very low on life. They forgot to switch out their character. And now you're in a situation where they could potentially get out. And you don't want that. What you want is you want the two-touch situation as often as you can. And the way you go about doing that is saving your resources. Save your resource for the kill combo. So that way, if you do end up starting with a light starter, right? I'm assuming I only have one assist. right? Now, the good thing about Android 17 is Android 17 can build a lot of bar by himself, right? But other characters don't necessarily have that luxury if they were to start on a light starter. All right, Android 17 can kill here. Right? But like I said, other characters don't necessarily have that same luxury, which is why you do need to learn your optimized combos, but you need to understand where's the best place to place them. Your first combo out the gate does not need to be your all-star combo. It just really doesn't have to be. Unless you get a medium starter. For example, let's say I'm medium starter, right? And I have no bar. And let's say round start, I get a medium, right? Now you can take this as far as you want it to because you're gonna do a lot of damage. Right? That's 63. Now it doesn't matter if I get a light starter because I should be able to kill him by myself with someone like Android 21 or someone like Android 17. Now, Android 21, can she do something like that? Build all of that bar, right? On a medium starter? Let's see. She was only able to get 5,400, right? Or 5,400. Now, mind you, I used both of my assists and I had no bar and I was almost at 2 bars. This means that unless I get a medium starter, I won't kill, right? I'd have to hopefully, and I believe if it's a light starter, you can get close to like 4,000, right? So let's say I didn't use any resource that too much. I have the bar now, right? And let's see if we can kill Vegeta without using an assist. Right, it's going to be a little tough. I might have to utilize something like... Oh, wrong one. All right, so... Oh, why did I do that? That's the wrong person. There you go. So, Vegeta, we just took 54 or something off of him, right? So he should have about 56 left, right? And I should have a bar. Now, if I'm not mistaken, she might be able to do it, right? But mind you, I have no assist to use right now. I can't kill with that, right? I can't kill. Now I do. Now by this time, if I did build that bar like I just did, I didn't even realize it, but there's a bar down there. I might actually be able to kill there, right? But you got to know your optimized combos for those reasons. As far as knowing them, do you need them all the time? No, because there's another thing you have to think about. If you're playing against a professional opponent or a opponent who's very hard to deal with, chances are it's going to be very difficult for you to get your hit, right? So if it's hard for you to even hit your opponent, what makes you think that because you did an optimized combo on them that the next hit will kill? Well, we want to, what pro players are trying to do is they are trying to guarantee their next hit, right? Which is why at times you will see them take a particular knockdown, even though they could have optimized the combo, because they want a better setup, right? So for example, let's say who would I want to do my setup with? Let's do, well, I might as well use this, right? No, I'll do this, right? So if it was me and I had Android 17, I get a start like this, right? My goal is, I really just want the knockdown, right? I really just want the knockdown. And the reason being is because I want to save my other assist for my next mix. This is how you start to guarantee whether or not you can kill your opponent, right? So this will, or rather, this will guarantee whether or not you get that next hit. So I'll go something like this. Get my hit in there. Oh, I gotta actually get the hit, right? Finish out the combo. All right, so I might end it with something like that, right? And now that my opponent is back up, I would more than likely use a safe jump, right? While they're getting up, to guarantee that my next mix option will get me the hit, right? So I would do something like, or you know what I would probably do is if it was Android 17, I would probably do a mix like this, right? In fact, I probably do a mix like that. Why? Because it's going to allow me a chance to mix. A lot of people do not see this overhead coming. It looks like I'm going to get to the ground, right? Or I might do something like this. I might go, right? I might do that. And to make it more true, I might do that for my mix, right? A easy high-low. You want to start trying to guarantee that you will get your hit, right? Which is why you don't necessarily need to optimize your combo. You just want to make sure that that first hit that you do get results in a knockdown towards the corner. You want to get some corner carry. And then you want to save your next assist for your mix in the next guard when you start pressuring your opponent again with some stagger pressure when you're on the offensive and they're blocking. You want your assist to be there, especially if it's an assist that has a high block stun. You want your assist to be available, right? So just demonstrating this one more time. Let me do it like this. Well, Android 17's kind of is a little weird. You probably got to do something like this with him. How I want to do it. Probably do that. Right? Now, we did 4,000 damage, right? Android 17 is known to build bar, which is why I like this character. I need 6,000 in my next kill. I did not use any of my resources as far as EX moves vanish. And I only wasted one assist, right? So assuming I only have one assist next, all I need is another hit, right? So let's see what happens when I get my next hit. Let's assume that he didn't guard the mix, but I don't have Android 21 right now. So I did something like this. I got him on a high-low. Oh, I missed that one. So we're going to do this situation one more time just so you can see it. That's wrong. Right? That's my first hit. I now mix him up with another mix, and I've already utilized one assist. We're going to assume that I got the hit, but I had to use my assist to get the hit, right? So Android 21 is not there right now. The only person that's there, only person that might be coming back is Beerus, but that's if I'm already pressuring on Oki, that assist is not coming back, right? So in fact, I should demonstrate it so that way you guys can actually see it in a normal perspective. Oh, missed that one out. Right? We did 4,000. Beerus. So I got to remember that I would need to continue this. But I'm hoping you guys are seeing the point. I've already wasted my assist. We don't have Android 21 and we don't have Beerus. I got a light starter, right? Does this kill? Almost. So what I would probably do is I probably would do that a little different. I would want to go something like this. Right? I don't have my assist. The only one that should be there is Android 21, but mind you, I wasted her when I tried to mix him on Wake Up, right? So I got this. I killed just like this. Right? And that's my kill combo. So to answer the question of should I be optimizing all of my combos, the answer is yes and no. It's more so in the sense of how do you place them and why do you want to be concerned about getting a, you know, roughly shorter combo versus a longer optimized one. And that all has to do with whether or not you want to guarantee your next hit. If you're okay with just getting an option like this, you have no assist, and by the time you're attacking, oftentimes your assists aren't coming back because you're still pressuring, right? But you don't guarantee your next hit if it's just you, unless that character has solo mix, right? So that's why it's very important that you start considering whether or not you should be optimizing your combos, right? And what I mean is you should be considering where to place your optimized combos at, right? Not every combo needs to be optimized. Combos can end so that way you have a goal in mind by ending it a particular way to get a certain knockdown, right? For example, Android 17 has 3 ways he can get a hard knockdown, right? So I'll just show you that very quick. In fact, let me do it like this. He can do it like that. That's a hard knockdown, right? He can also go, he can do it the regular way, right? Which everyone should know. Hard knockdown. He can also utilize his power blitz, which makes him way positive on the Oki. He's positive 50. He has plenty of time to do what he wants, right? Right? So these are just things you got to start thinking about as far as how do I want to be optimal, not in just my combos, but optimal in the sense of placement, timing, and, you know, best case scenario for winning the game like a pro, right? So the next thing I want us to talk about is going to be how do you deal with assists, right? So for this, I want to bring out some of the, you know, common assists that people are starting to deal with right now. So let's make this GT Goku. Let's make this Beerus. No, not Beerus. Broly. We want Broly Z. And we want Baby. This is what we want. Because I want you guys to understand something about assists. This is what pro players are thinking about when it comes to assists. A lot of times people like to jump. Some people like to block. Some people like to reflect. What is your best option? Okay, so I'm going to give you some options to think about. So first, let's just start with let's not do it. Even though that's a good assist to actually think about, but I don't want to start with that assist right now. I want to start here. So, right, that's the assist. So, question is, what do you do when that guy comes out, right? In fact, let me do this. All right. When this guy comes out, you can reflect it, you can block it, you can get away from it, right? I am here to tell you the best thing you can do about an assist is to completely avoid the assist and cover yourself with an assist of your own, right? Now, do you have to cover yourself? No. If you're really good with neutral and you understand what you're supposed to do, because this is what you're typically going to see when someone calls Broly, right? Watch this. They're going to do that number, right? That's the number that you see people do all the time. Because now they're going to pressure you. Now you have to think about, should I double reflect? Should I try to jump away? Or should I try to block? And this is why reflecting is not necessarily your friend in this game. If you are to reflect this assist, for example, in fact, let me set it to guard. Right? So here we go. You now got a block. You just lost neutral. This is why you don't reflect assists. The only time you reflect an assist is if you're coming down and you have no choice, right? Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to block it. Blocking it will put you inside of a block stun, which means you now have to deal with the block stun that comes with that assist. Right? And now he's free to do what he can cross you up if you wanted to. But if you reflect, it kind of deals. It can either double reflect for you, or it can kind of clear up what exactly is happening. You'll still see your character and you'll still get some sort of visual on what the opponent is doing at that particular time. Right? So Broly, what you don't want to do is you don't want to reflect. You would rather, in fact, you would rather get out of the way, right? That's what you want to do. Get out of the way. Right? So you don't have to deal with that. And this is why you can use your own assist. Right? You can go something like this. Or if they mash like that, your assist will probably get cooked. Yeah, your assist will probably get cooked, which is also another thing you can do. But we're not talking about that right now, because that's another option we're going to get into as it relates to assist. Right? So the other thing is, but just remember, if you're dealing with an assist like Broly's, which allows your opponent to advance up, get out the way. Get out the way and set yourself up. Now, what you don't want to do all the time is do something like this. Get out the way and then super dash, right? Because if they know that you like to utilize that, if that's your preference to super dash, that's easily punishable, right? Easy punish. Right, that's an easy punish. If they're reading you, that's an easy punish. So you don't want to super dash over beams. You don't want to super dash over, big key balls like Broly Z, right? You just want to get out of the way. Now, GT Goku, the reason I put him up there is because GT is a little different. His assist goes up. It covers a diagonal portion of the screen, right? That is a very difficult assist to deal with if you're not sure on what you're supposed to do. Because if he calls that assist, for example, right? If he calls that assist and you're back here, you just reflected something that wasn't there because it doesn't hit full screen, right? That's something you need to be aware of. If you're full screen and he just called GT, do not reflect. Oftentimes, the person pressuring you is blissfully running at you thinking that, oh, it's my turn because GT is out. Instead, kick them for it. Punish them for that. Right? Punish them for trying to pressure on an assist that does not hit full screen on the ground, right? That's another way to deal with assists. Now, another thing is when he does call GT, if you're in the air and you end up having to block that, right? Depending on how high you are in the air, you will or will not get your air option, right? So I'll give you an example. If I can get it just right. Right, I still have an air option, right? So I could go, I gain my air option back. I utilize my double jump, but usually when you double jump, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. I utilize my double jump, but once I block in the air, I should get another air option depending on how high I am in the air. So watch if I can get hit by it. GT is a little hard to do though. That's why it's a pretty good assist, because it normally hits at that angle where you don't get the air option. Yeah, this one's a little hard to do. And the block stun is kind of high on it. In fact, let me see something. I definitely have to be far back. In fact, let me just have him call the assist. And then I'm going to just jump from there. I'm actually having a hard time showing this with GT. I probably have to do it with Baby instead, so that way you can see the example. So let me do this. Baby's assist needs to be the B1, right? So we all know about Baby's assist. That thing tracks, and it tracks quick too, right? So with Baby assist, because it hits from anywhere in the air, this is a better example. Watch this. Right? I just got another air option after I double jumped. Another air option, right? That's why if you're going to deal with Baby's assist, don't reflect it. Get high in the air, right? So that way you can gain your air option back. That will give you a chance to move. In fact, does it allow you to dash? I wonder. Yes, it allows you to dash. So, Baby's assist, B assist, you want to make sure that you are very high in the air when you block his assist. Right? The other thing you can do about Baby's assist that is pretty cool is you can actually tap his assist, right? So watch this. Done. I don't have to worry about that. Right? You got to kind of time it. Right? Doesn't matter. Don't want to do the medium. You usually want to use a light that hits in front and diagonal towards the front of you, right? Diagonally up. And you just got to practice that. If I can do it myself, right? Most characters should be able to do this. Probably not Android 17, because his hits right in front of him, and Baby is coming at an angle. So Android 17 has an issue with dealing with this assist. He has to really, his timing is a little harder to deal with, right? Barris, I believe Barris on hits even further down, right? So he probably has to use his heavy, right? Right? So that's how you would deal with Babies. Now, you can do this option that I don't mind being an option. It's just that you would probably need to cover yourself with an assist first, right? So watch. Right? You need to do that. if you're going to do that. That way you're completely covered. So that's how you deal with assists. You want to always make sure that you're not in the way. You're getting away from the assist. You're not having to block it, and you're not having to reflect. Rather, just get out the way and give yourself more options. You don't want to lose neutral in that fashion, right? So now I want to talk about some small pro level tips that will enhance your game tremendously, right? And one of those is offensive pressure. Now, I'm not going to talk specifically about mix necessarily. That's going to be a part of it, right? So what I want to talk about is, one, you want to learn staggering. You want to take your time with your stagger to where you can frame trap your opponent. So if I have him set to mash, right? Stagger, right? If you just do the whole combo, you give them an easy chance to figure out what you're about to do. Right? Excuse me. You give them a chance to just if they know the block pattern already, they're just going to block low. Right? That's easy to block. But if you're staggering, all of this is ambiguous. I can reset my pressure each time that I stagger, and I can have them guessing, when am I going to do my next when am I going to do my next mix, or when am I going to reset again? Because if they try to mash me out, right? So if they try to mash me out of this, if they try to mash out of that, because my stagger is frame trapping them, I'm gonna always get that counter, right? Let's say I go boom, right? Staggered on the heavy, right? So you want to learn your stagger pressures. Now, practice them. You don't want to get to the point where you're staggering so much that they can reflect you out, they can backdash, they can counter you, right? You don't want that. You want it to where you're doing it well enough. Excuse me. You're doing it well enough to where your opponent is being frame trapped. Your opponent is getting frame trapped for trying to mash against you, right? That's how we want to set this up. Right? So another thing about offensive pressure, do your best to mix with 2LL or 2LLs, if that makes sense. So that's 2LLs, and this is 2LL, low, right? If your character has one. I know not every character has one, right? But you want to mix with this. Do not try to mix with the moves that take the longest to recover from. So like that took me -6, but 2LL is -4, which means if I go, I'm 33. I'm positive 33 after that assist. But if I go, do this right. Right. 27. Right. 22. 13. But this assist is 35 on hit stun, block stun, right? And I want to get the most out of that. So I would rather mix with light to stay up there, right? 18. I want to be way more positive to where I have time to actually do high-low mixes and cross-ups that are very hard to see, right? So, for example, if you're mixing with a cross-up and your character has cross-up capabilities, right, Android 21 is probably the best with this because she can do it as fast as 10 frames, right? Depending on the height of your character, right? He's kind of small, so it keeps landing at 11. Wow, I'm not warmed up at all today. So let me see if I can get old boy out. Right, 10 frames. Frames, right? If your character has cross-up capability like this, Beerus doesn't, mind you. Not really. Well, he can kind of do it, but he has to be like kind of right there. He probably has to go something like that. In order for him to be able to do that. I didn't know that. Learned something new. Right, so you want to be able to mix with 2 LL. This or this. Stagger with that. Stagger, 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 ambiguous, right? They don't know what I'm about to do. Right, and then once you add an assist in there, right, it's going to be very hard to tell what you're about to do. Right, so mix and stagger with 2 LL. Sometimes you can do medium, but just know that not all mediums are safe, right? This is very unsafe for her. She actually gets countered for using this, right, as a stagger. You don't want to do that. She can't even block and save herself, right? You definitely want to hit heavy or something after that, right? Now, if you're just now joining, I appreciate you for being there and whatnot and watching. Make sure you throw some questions inside of the comments to let me know what's up. I want to make sure I'm answering any questions that you guys have about this game, about playing like a pro and being a pro in this game, right? So, that being the case, in fact, are we... forgot to check. Gotta check something. All right. So, we was talking about offensive pressure, right? We talked about staggering with 2 Ls, or 2 LL, right? Offensive pressure, right? So these are things you want to think about. Now, another thing is, how do you, once you start figuring out what your mix options are and whatnot, if you truly want to understand how to mix your opponent, you first need to understand your frame data, optimizing what your frame data looks like when you're having your opponent block, and utilizing every single mix that your characters have, all of them. That's how you successfully mix your opponent, especially when you can get dirty tricks. Right, like that. You can create a rock paper scissors scenario on whether or not I'm going high or I'm faking a high to get a low, right? You have to really learn to optimize that. Right, so something like this. Look at that. That's just dirty. Dirty. Who's reacting to that? Right? That's very hard to react to. Especially, like I said, people respond. People react to the animations. They don't react to the actual button itself. They just see a overhead is about to occur, and then they block high, right? No one's going to be able to block that. So utilize all of your options. What are your other options? Dragon Rush, right? Oh, I'm sorry, I mixed that up. So I would probably do something like this, right? Tick throw, right? Utilize your tick throw. And then while you're even staggering, you can dash up and make your opponent think that they still have to block and still a turn, but Dragon Rush them for it, right? If they're respecting me and they don't want to mash, dash up and do that. Now, the cool, nifty thing, here's another mix option. This is something I like about having the Android 17 in my back pocket. If you notice, that blue light shows up. Android 17 also has a light that's kind of blue but kind of green. All right, so if I'm right here, look at this. You don't even see the Dragon Rush, right? It's hard to do that with Dbfz. Can't do that with Dbfz. It hits too fast. But let's do that the other way around, right? Using that assist to make them think that they got a block, but really they have to guard a Dragon Rush, right? Right, so that's another mix-up option, right? We already know about overhead and whatnot. You can fake you can fake you can kind of fake a same side, like you're gonna, right, jump over. Those are a little harder to get, right? But you have to utilize all of your mix options. High, low, cross ups, Dragon Rush, command grabs, right? You got to mix all of your options up in order to mix your opponent. Momo, mix options, mix opponents. That's a way we can call it, momos. Bro just got momoed, right? Because old boy mixed his options and then mixed his opponent. That kind of sounds corny. Don't use that word. Don't use that word. Anyways, now a little bit more about offensive pressure, and then we'll be done with some of the series. And in fact, there's actually one more thing that I'd like to bring up. What happened there? Okay, we're good. All right. So there's a notepad that I have that I want you guys to, well, I don't want you guys to actually see it, but there's some other things in here that I think you guys should know about, right? So, oh, I pressed the complete wrong button. Please don't bring that up. All right, so, Why did it do that? Alright, so this is one thing I felt that definitely needed to be addressed. You do not want to wake up. Like, if you're knocked down, you don't want to do this, right? This is something you do not want to do. So let me do this. Let me put him in a corner, right? Right? You do not want to do this when you have been knocked down, right? So is he blocking? Yeah, let's take that block off. Right? You don't want to reflect when you're down and you're getting up. Don't do that. The reason being is because if they find out that you are reflecting for a wake up, they're going to bait that out. And you don't want to give your opponent a chance to bait you. Right? They could simply go, and now it's my turn again. I beat you, right? Right? So you don't want to use that as an option. Stop reflecting on wake up. It kills you all the time. Reflecting is not as strong as people make it seem. In fact, sounds so country. In fact, I'll show you something that's crazy about reflect that I really don't like with certain characters. Right? So Gogeta, for some reason, is one of the most anti-reflect characters on this game. Not sure why. I'm pretty sure this doesn't happen with other characters. I think it's just him. All right, so I'll test it though. I don't even know this guy's combos. Yeah, I don't know this guy's combos, so I probably have to do something like this. Nope, not that. You can tell I don't play this character. Do I gotta press that several times? Right. Look where he's at. If he hits again, if he presses light after that, you're done. Right? So watch. That's crazy. That's from a light. That's crazy, right? Right? If he hits you with that light, he's not going anywhere. And I don't know why. I think maybe it's because of how low he is to the ground. Is that what it is? No, that's not it. Why is that? Is it that second hit? All right, let me see something. Oh. I did not know that. I just learned something new, guys. So if you reflect a light in the corner and they use that as their safe option, it doesn't really push you. It doesn't really push you back. Okay, I just learned something new. I actually just learned something new. I thought it was just Gogeta. It's actually everybody. And that's what we're here for. We're trying to learn new things about this particular game, right? All right, so that being said, those were some of the things that I wanted to show you guys today on the Play Like a Pro series. I'm going to be uploading a lot of this to YouTube, and we're going to be talking about a lot of other concepts as they come to pass, depending on the character and whatnot, and what it how to deal with them. Like, just I'm thinking about doing some tutorials on certain characters and understanding characters and how to deal with them. Well, ultimately, I just want everybody to get better at the game. You don't have to mash to win. You don't have to be so big brain. You just got to really think about every facet of the particular game. And that's what's important with, you know, playing this fighting game, is that you are actually putting in the time necessary for you to learn, adapt, and improve. And that's how you win this game, right? That's how you play like a pro. That's why when you see the Goichis, you see the Cloud 805s, you see Hook Gang and whatnot, you see these guys out here and they just seem to adapt so well. They really know the game. They really know what their options are, and they know how to utilize their options. So you want to optimize every aspect of you playing this game: defense, attack, Oki, right? Wake up options, right? How do you go about utilizing your optimized combos? How do you go about selecting which assist to use, right? Anything to gain the advantage. Now, one thing I don't like about this game is it does kind of push you towards using higher tier characters. But I'm gonna tell you something right now. My team is not God tier, right? I do not have a God tier team. I don't have UI up there. I don't have Broly. I don't have base Goku up there. I don't have who else? Vegeta would be kind of up there. GT Goku always, right? I don't have characters who are just easy to play, right? Like Bardock. Bardock isn't actually easy. Bardock just has some of the best damn neutral or normals in the game. So in order for you to really learn this game, I would suggest that you don't pick God tier characters. I suggest you play with characters who are least likely to be played with. The lower tier characters. I'm not saying play Videl, but I'm saying playing your lower tier characters. Like, I like to play Android 17. Playing those low tier characters will bring out skills in you that other players won't have, right? You had to learn to adjust to the game because of flaws that your character has, which means that forced you to learn other aspects about the game that others would not put the time into, right? And that's what makes you special on this game. That's what makes you different from other people. Yes, you eventually, you know, when you go to tournament mode and whatnot, you will eventually probably start steering more towards a tournament type team. But by playing with a low tier team to practice with, and then transferring the information over from a low tier team to a tournament team and practicing, then you start to understand, oh, this is why you can exploit these options, right? When this particular scenario pops up, this high tier character can exploit this option way better than the low tier. But I now have a thorough understanding of it, and I now know what my opponent needs to do to get away from being exploited. That's if they know, right? So like say UI can kill mashers, and UI kills people who likes to just do whatever. Broly kills people who like to try to jump away and whatnot and get away from him, and he definitely benefits from the fear factor on this game of wanting to jump away, wanting to get out, wanting to vanish, and then getting 2H'd for it, right? So if you want to play like a pro, you got to think like one, and you got to practice like one. Once you have all of those fundamentals down, it's just as simple as playing the game, right? And that's all it's about. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go on ahead and run some matches. Let's run some matches and whatnot, so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about, and we'll see where we go from there, right? And what I'll try to do is I'll try to break down certain aspects of the game as far as what was occurring. I'm not really good with doing it real time, so what I can do is just provide some match analysis and whatnot in more of a recorded video. Excuse me. So that way you guys can see what I'm saying. So we're going to get a little warmed up here. I'm going to run my main team and whatnot, and we're going to see what we can do from there. Some of the things that I like to practice in here is I like to work on my mix-up options and focus on that. Because each time I do win neutral, my team does a really good job of winning neutral, right? Really good job of winning neutral. I consider what my options are. This is my tool to get in, and this is my protection tool, right? He hits fast, and it's a long time before you can get out of it, right? Excuse me. All right, so let's go ahead and deal with the first match.
Here comes a mighty warrior. Time to begin the match.
Methodless Man. He's playing a team of Broly, Dbfz, Piccolo, and Cooler. All right, so let's see how this goes. I might not be talking that much, but I just want you guys to kind of pay attention. Keeps trying to pressure with these orbs, and it's not really working out for him. I should have killed. I completely dropped that, but I should have killed there. I should have backed off. Oh no, I wanted to punish that. I wanted to 2H it. I need to start killing my opponent. Oh, I shouldn't have did that. I should have been patient. I could have punished him. He's gonna spend level 3 here? Well, I guess because he has Spark, so that's probably a good option for him. Did not want that. No. Not what I wanted. I wanted to get out of there. Oh, DP, right. That wasn't a good option for him. Come on, why is my 2H not coming out? Yeah, stop doing that. That's not how you do that. Oh, man. Right. Yeah, I should have been killed that guy. I was kind of checking him out just to see what he does. And he doesn't really know how to play. I can tell. I'm exposed a lot of the stuff he was doing.
Are you ready? Let's go!
Using my assist to get in, right? Low? No. I'm gonna switch out here so old boy can heal. Rejump. Oh, you're dead. I know I dropped that rejump though. Remember what I said? Jump over, use your assist. We're gonna save. No, no, no. I wanted to reflect it. Oh, I did that wrong. I was trying to go for a cross up, but I forgot that pushes them away. Well, this won't kill, so we'll switch her out. Oh, not what I wanted. Oh man, we have to use another mix-up option. Yep, you're gonna stop doing that, buddy. Figured you do that. Should have waited. Yeah, it's still my turn, buddy. I wanted to switch out. Oh, I reacted too late. I wanted a DP. Now we gotta sit here and go through this long combo. Oh, that should be too much. Alright, so I'm exposing a lot of his tendencies. I'm using my neutral to get in. I'm saving my assist for when they wake up, so I have an Oki set up right. Oh, I thought he was using Piccolo. He knows not to call Piccolo out now. It wasn't really giving him much. Oh, no. Is that what you want to do? No, I can just. Oh wow. I thought I hit Piccolo. He grabbed after that? Wow. I didn't know he could do that. Yeah, we're gonna have to kill this guy, sorry. Get rid of the problem. Thank you. Oh, we can actually level 3 here. We have a way to mix him in the corner. Dang. Super dash. Super dash. Good job. How are you purple? DP, right. That's the thing. Oh, it didn't let me switch? Wow, it didn't let me switch. Okay. Didn't get there in time. I just did a whole video on do not reflect in the corner, and I did it myself. It's a bad tendency. I didn't even have time to use my moves. He just DP'd as quick as he could. I think I'm dead for that. Wait, what? Wow. Did I lose that one? No, I didn't. Wow, that was close. We're gonna have to do some more exploitation on this guy. And use some more of my mix options like DR, cross ups. Thank you. That's the bad thing about orbs. I didn't get my jump. Wow. That's what he's gonna start doing. This just command grab. Come on now. Buttons. What happened? Buttons. I didn't move just now. I just didn't even move. That was weird. Well, we're gonna have to like spark to get the advantage here. Right, he's using all of the cheat moves today. Every single one of them. Were you trying to use that move again? Looked like you were. Button came out too late. Yeah, that's too late. Can we kill here? Yes, that's what we like to see. Right. He has a lot of bar. I was not paying attention to that. I was not paying attention to that. Wow. That really sucks. Come on. I should have won that one. He just had way too much bar in the end. Alright, let's see if we can put the whooping on this guy. Hate that move. I didn't even have to mix them. Hey, what's up, Che Perez? How's it going? Can't super dash that, buddy. All right, let's see what you really made of, bro. I could TOD him. How much bar I got? Yeah, I could TOD here. Right. Good job, you played yourself. Come on, use your super. Come on. So cheap. He keeps trying to hide Broly, but I'm taking Broly, bro. Yeah, bro, if you're on PC, if you're on PS4, I can also play on there. It would just probably need to get updated. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I was trying to call my assistant. I called the wrong one. Not what I was looking for. You better kill, bro. Probably gonna spark here, so I won't use the skill. It did not come out. Thought he'd do that stupid move again. He ended on a really bad move, and I could have destroyed him for that, but I didn't. Che Perez, what system you playing on? I bet it was. You only won like one, bro. But if you guys, like I said, if you guys watched the earlier part of this video, like I said, or in fact, you can watch the one that's already as a VOD on Twitch. Go on ahead and learn how to become a pro like Dbfz or whatever game's called. Think like a pro, right? Because you want to understand how to utilize these concepts that would allow you to win this game, right? It's not hard either. You just got to practice them. Utilize all of your mix-up options, right? Utilize all of them. You even got the float mix. In fact, let me put them in the right corner here. You got the float mix that you can do, right? And you can use the high-low, right? And like I said, don't utilize all of your assists when you get the knockdown. You don't have to do, you know, the strongest knockdown, or you have to do the most damage off of that one combo, right? Get your combo in there, get out of there, right? Go in there. Oh, I messed up. But you get the point, right? Get in there. Combo now, safe jump right. If he would have gotten up, either I would have hit him and he would have had the block, because if he would have tried to 2H, he would have got punished for it. He would have more than likely ended up having to block me and my assist, and I would have went for a high low, and he's done, right? So use your options, understand. Learn how to build bar without having to use any of your EX moves, right? I'm going to try to utilize some, well, not in that match. We'll just wait for the next one to show up, right? But if you guys got any questions for me, how to play like a pro, go on ahead and ask them. If you got questions about characters, if you got questions about how to be, you know, how to be more aggressive, how to play defensive, how do I learn defense, ask me those questions. In fact, I can go to rank so you guys can see my actual rank. I'm a God of Destruction rank. But I didn't just get there by just playing the game, right? I got there by figuring out what are these guys doing to get there, right? And it's more than just abusing the net code that they have. It's more than just picking the high tier characters. I've beaten plenty of players who utilize nothing but high tier characters. Teams of GT Goku, UI, and Kid Buu, right? And beating those teams like they're nothing, because they don't actually understand the game mechanics. They just understand, use this broken move and you win, right? But if you understand how to deal with those moves, you've won the game. You no longer have to deal with high tier characters, because they more than likely do not know how to deal with certain mechanics that you have already grown accustomed to and you've mastered, right? So if you guys got any questions, let me know. I'm more than happy to go ahead and answer them for you, and we'll go from there. But right now, we're just waiting on the next match, so that way I can kind of guide you guys through, like, what am I thinking and whatnot, and how do I play. If you guys want me to do some match analysis, I don't mind doing that and whatnot. If you guys want to play with me, so that way you can learn and whatnot, we can hop on Discord and whatnot, and we can chat it up and just talk about a couple of things, right? Talk about how do you get good at this game, right? Or how do you do whatever. It doesn't really matter. Or we could just talk about how your life's going, right? If you need to optimize your life, shoot. Right. Is this a Cell player? I don't do well against Cell. Corn. Okay. Android 16 is going to be a problem. Trunks and Android 21. Android 21 definitely might be a problem. We got to figure out how to use them. He's probably using Android 21 to get in. Hellheat is probably for a fast mix. So let's see what he does. Trunks on point. I messed that up. He almost won that. So that was a lot of neutral just now. There was a lot of neutral if you didn't understand that. And that's something I want to try to break down real quick. That was a lot of neutral. Oh, I should have punished. Did that wrong. I thought I was safe. Messed that up. Did that wrong. So you can't really mix in the corner. He only has like 2 options. I didn't backdash. Wow. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh, he doesn't know how to do it. Good try. Wrong button. My light? Really? Come on, dude. They wouldn't give me my light. And I guessed right. Oh, this is gonna hurt. We got real lucky just now. I didn't do anything. I thought I was blocking. I didn't get a backdash. That sucks. I didn't get a backdash. And not a grounded backdash, an aerial one. Because I was high in the air. We should have won that one. Yeah, we definitely win the next one. I'm not letting them win that one. Dude. How did both of my assists get caught? Yeah, we're gonna have to spark. Am I just guessing wrong every time? Dude. Why am I not getting anything? I didn't get any of that just now. What? He started with a medium and my light got smoked. Wow. I didn't press vanish. Like, yo, I wish y'all could see the commands because I'm not getting my commands right now. Press vanish, but I guess it just didn't come out. Wow. Should not try to do that. Oh, I fell right for it. No, so we can definitely beat this guy. I don't know what was going on in the very beginning. That didn't make sense to me. I didn't get anything, like nothing. Come on now. Wow. Wow. Dude. What? Wow, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Wow.
それで結局お前の狙いは何だ？
Are you ready? Let's go!
Dude. His medium reach. Okay. That miss. That really sucks. That really sucks. Why did I miss? That takes me out of the corner. She took the hit. His Android 21 took the hit. Wow. Can't get anything. Couldn't get it.
どうですか？俺の敵だって成長するんだ。俺も気を抜いていられないな。
Are you ready?
負けるだぞ。マイクしろった。皆さんしくて。やるじゃないか。いいぞ。
What? Dude. Come on, dude. Wow. Wow. That's too much. Too much.
それで結局お前の狙いは何だ？
Are you ready? Let's go!
今まで手伝う見えるかな？こっちだ。
What? His key blast comes out that fast, right? Wow. What? Oh, he left. But those were some good matches, even though I was losing a lot of them. But I want you guys to understand those matches. There was a lot you could learn out of those matches. Some Dbfz analysis, right? So if you guys had any questions, what I can do is go back to some of the replays so you guys can see it. I think that's the same guy.
調子に乗るな。無駄だ。せんな。無駄だ。こんなものか。
Night Fury. Alright, so he uses a masher up top. So we got to be very careful about getting towards the corner. We definitely got to win neutral against Team Gohan, because once he gets a touch, you're pretty much dead.
Are you ready?
7 frames. Whoa. Wow. Didn't think he had time. Did he mean to do that? Shouldn't have did that. It had to be because I put a medium out there. Oops. I tried to make that 2H safe, and I forgot that I gotta press another button after that. I gotta press my
そ
barrier.
れで結局お前の狙いは何だ
So some important things to note. You definitely want to go in neutral against somebody like Team Gohan. This guy doesn't really know neutral. Oh, I got myself in the corner. Wow. 2H3 assist. I'm gonna have to just get out the corner next time. Wow. Oh, this is gonna hurt. There's switch. Wow. I couldn't vanish out of that. Yeah, we're just gonna go for the kill here. Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah, there you go. That's what we needed. I forgot she doesn't have anything for that. How? From that far? Wow. Usually they pressure after that. I shouldn't have vanished. Where are you going? Oops. Excuse me. Excuse me. Guard check. Wow. Straight through both of them. Okay, I'm getting lazy. I shouldn't have did that. Should not have reflected like that. That was me being lazy just now. So we take another game off of this guy. I don't think he really knows neutral. I think what he knows is pressuring an opponent in the corner with Team Gohan is what he knows. But he doesn't really understand how to get Team Gohan in, honestly. Like, watch. He just reflected all of that. So I'll remember that for next time. He likes to reflect. He likes to reflect his options so he can get a 2-win off of it, right? We'll remember that. Let's see if he level 3s. Nope. He mashed his way out. Right. So Team Gohan stuff, mashing your way out. There's nothing you can do about that. Luckily we was able to live after that. Cool. 2H? Wow. Alright, we're gonna have to really be able to bring this one back. Another one? Wow. Two H? No 2H. All right. Wow. I can't believe half of what happened, bro. It's gonna be hard to make this comeback. We're down at a very strong deficit. I didn't do anything. All right, that's how we start. What? Wow. Well, that's the start, but we're very low on health. We're gonna have to try to save him as much as possible. Good job. It's called dash blocking, buddy. Good job. You're throwing away the game. You're throwing away the game, bro. Oh, I shouldn't have thrown that heavy out. Now he's thinking a little bit. He's thinking because he's like, if I mess up again, he might kill me for it. And you're right, I will kill him for it. Good job. If he messes up again, I'll kill him for it. And that's what he did. He threw that entire game. He had a huge lead. All of my characters, I had one character gone, one character was bleeding on his last life, or last leg, and then I had a healthy bear. So I was basically down one character. Or down with just one character left. How do you throw that whole game? You saw that? He reflects. We gotta exploit that. We gotta teach him not to do that. Right. Yep, bring old boy out. Don't know how I didn't get that 2H just now, but we're not gonna talk about that.
これで終わりだ。
Why that backdash? I didn't have to. Gotta get out the corner. See, he did it. Exploiting, right? Gotta teach him not to do that. I didn't get my assist call. What was that? Yeah, we should be able to win this with no problem. Good job. How did you end up on that side? Oh, he left. I was gonna say let's make this the last one. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed some of the matches. I'm going to be calling this stream to an end here. If you have any other questions before I get off, just let me know that you have about the game. If you're trying to play like a pro, let me know. That's what we're going to do here. That we're going to get you guys to the point where you can play like a pro. Make sure you follow the stream. Make sure you subscribe and whatnot if you're on YouTube. I think this is where you can really learn a lot. Oh, Sage Bank. Sorry, I didn't even realize that you said something. If you're still on, we can play. I didn't even see your message on the YouTube one. How long ago was your message? $9:46. That was a long time ago. Got you. Yeah, I didn't even see his message. I gotta remember to turn that thing on. New MD forever. What rank am I? I am God of Destruction rank. Let me show you so that way. A lot of people sometimes don't believe that I am actually a God of Destruction rank. So hold up. Let me show you. Right? God of Destruction rank, right? So I mean, I could show my stats. It's like I got like 1,000 matches and like 600 and something wins. That's not it. Customize, view player data, right? Rank matches, right? So 1,100 matches, I won like 600 or so of them. So I have a 59% chance of winning, it seems like, right? But if you're trying to get, you know, really good at this game, new MD forever, you know, if you got any questions about it, ask me now. And if you got questions about characters, if you got questions about, you know, what do I do as far as who should I pick, or, you know, how do I get better offense, ask, you know, because there's a ton of ways to do the same thing, but you want to utilize the way that's going to be the most optimal. let's see how we fare in some of the rank matches, probably. Where I'm a lowly Super Saiyan 2. Is that your main team? I'm currently running Bardock, Broly Z, and Tien. That is a very strong team. Very strong team. In fact, I would like to see how do you optimize that team. Because Bardock B, of course. Now Broly, you could use the C assist, but it doesn't have that much hit stun to it. You could also utilize Tien's. Where's Tien? Yeah, so you probably want to use something like this with that particular team. I use his Eraser Blow as an assist. Yeah, that's probably the best one. More like exactly. That's what I'm talking about. You use that tool to get up close, because you'd be surprised how many people love to just throw that thing out, right? They act like that's oh, hopefully they get hit by this, right? And that's not really the case. What you want to do is you want to always follow behind that assist. And the best way you can do it, now if you got Bardock's a little tough to kind of do it with, right? Your best bet is to hope, because if they jump after that, right? All right, so you're gonna have to probably time it like that, or call it first and then bring it out, so that way you can, right? That's exactly what you want to try to do. It's also, right, his Lariat is probably the best tool you're gonna have with Bardock. Now the other thing about this team is that your Eraser Blow is actually, because it does a low hit stun assist. I don't know if this is something you've utilized yet, but let's see how low the let's see how positive you are after they get blocked this, right? So that's 21. Basically, the moment it touches them, they can press a button, right? They can press a button, but watch this. Right? Easy. The moment it hits, you should be tapping Dragon Rush like a second later. And it becomes a meaty Dragon Rush, right? Oh, why did I do that? There's another cool, interesting thing about this team that I like, is that, like I say, Tien's assist is going to be really good for getting in also if you're not using it that way. If you're using Dodon Ray, that's also another way to kind of get in, but Dodon Ray kind of operates as that fast. I never thought about his B assist. Oh, right. The only bad thing about his B assist is that it does no damage when it hits, right? That's really the only bad thing about it, is that it does no damage. But if it catches your opponent, let's say they're over here jumping and whatnot, which is what everyone's going to be doing, you can stop that most times. Well, that's interesting. Maybe the person's got a double jump. Do they have double jump? No, they don't. Probably have to double jump. But if you catch them while they're jumping and whatnot with that, it definitely gives you a way to get in, especially if they gotta block it. Like if they gotta block this joint, that's 40 right there. Boom. You ain't even gotta, right? You ain't even got to worry about it, because that's 40. Could it be used as a combo extension as well? Definitely. I don't know too many Bardock extensions for the most part. I don't really play the character, right? I know you got to like delay that, right? Right, you got to kind of like use it in the air. But if it's Bardock, you could also do the EX version, right? So you could go, right, Dragon Rush. You can use the Dragon Rush to go Dwagon. Is that what I said? Dwagon. Wow. But yeah, if you use the EX version in the air, right, you can just call his assist and you can go in from there with any kind of extension that you want. I think most people go I think most people would probably do something like this. Right? So you can even use the medium version and it will still have them down there for you to use as a combo extension. Now Broly, it will probably also be really good for, because Broly has certain extensions. What is his? I don't like playing. I've never really played Broly. Yeah, so Broly has like that extension where he goes and he super dashes after that, right? So it should be something like this. If I can get it. Well, I think you probably get the point. If you can get him in the air and whatnot, and you probably get something like this. Is it this? There you go. You probably have to call that a little sooner. So probably after a 2H of some sort. Yeah, way sooner it seems like. Right? And then you can go into your extension from there. And then what I also think he could do is if you time it right, I believe he can do something like this. No, yeah, the timing's going to have to be really strict. Yeah, it's going to have to probably be after. Yeah, so you can probably do his slow level 3. Watch this. Watch this. Mid screen, right? Let's see if it works. No, that one missed. That should actually work. It's gonna be strict timing though. Yeah, so you probably have to do an EX one in order for it to land, but let's see. Yep, probably have to do the EX one. Oops, I didn't have bar. See if this works. Oh, almost. That would be nice if it did. I still do believe there's a way to get that thing to work though. If you figure out the timing on it, I believe there's a way to get that to work. Make sure with Tien, new MD forever, make sure with Tien you're definitely using that overhead, because that overhead, if you look at how fast it is, if you know anything about frame data, right, anything that is below 20 is considered unreactable. That's 17. So if you do something like this, right, you do something probably similar to this. What is it? Is it a Tiger Knee? Yeah, I think it's a Tiger Knee. Yeah, so you got to Tiger Knee this thing. Right? It's just aerial. But remember, you're like -3 after that. So you probably have to cover it with an assist if you do it this way, right? Right? That's very hard for them to see. So make sure you're looking at that as an option, because you get a lot of, because like I said, if Tien is the last one and you get that attack off, and you probably already know this, right? Because you play Tien. I don't play Tien. Right? You get this off. If I can get it. Oh, stop blocking. When I do it right, you're blocking. Man, this is hard. I guess you get what I'm trying to do, right? Right? It'd be easy for you to just get damage off of that. Easy damage. If he's sparking, even better, right? Oh, I killed Chaozu, right? Easy 5,000 damage, right? And that's all because you landed this. Even if you use your level 1. That's a total of 3,000 damage. Who knows what that could do in the game for you, right? Or your level 2. 4,000 damage easy. I just learned a new setup and how frame data works. How frame data in Dbfz works. I'm pretty new to the game. I just really started a few weeks ago, so this really helps. I'm more used to Tekken, so I haven't played a lot of 2D fighters. Oh yeah, so Tekken is definitely one of the games that don't really translate well to this particular game. Tekken is a little bit more about footsies and whatnot. Oh no, not at all. You're gonna learn this game mainly based on your efforts, right? I just give you info, but it's all up to you how to use that info. But I thank you for the compliment. But definitely, with this particular game, once you understand frame data and whatnot, and you understand how to make yourself positive, right? You want to make sure you stagger with 2L, right? You want to stagger with that, or you want to stagger with that. You want to keep doing this, right? Switch it up, stagger. You want to make sure you're able to catch your opponent off guard, and then while you're doing this, get that tiger knee move in there if you can, because I can't get it. I really can't get it. Yeah, get that tiger knee move in there. I just can't do it on call. I don't usually play a character that has to do the tiger knee like that, right? So, yeah, this team right here that you have, very strong. You should be taking out you should be eating up damage. Like, your TOD should be fairly easy with this team, right? Your TOD routes. But yeah, my team is mainly wait, what system are you on? New MD Forever? What system are you on? Xbox, got you. Yeah, they haven't made it crossplay, so that kind of sucks. I wish they would, though. If it was Xbox, or if it was crossplay, that would be really dope. We could definitely sit down. I'm on PC and PS4 at the moment. I went to PC just for, stability reasons and whatnot. It's easier to run online matches and whatnot. Xbox, it can get a little tough, just like PS4, it can get a little tough just because the system requirements or the system hardware is not as advanced as PC, right? And it's hard for them to put all that stuff into those boxes anyways. But yeah, this is my main team, and this is my main team for various reasons, right? Bro, most definitely I might get it on PS4. Yeah, definitely. If you can't, it should be hella cheap right now. Like, if you get, it might be like $11 used and you good. That's actually how I got the game on PS4, is that it was used. And I was like, let me go ahead and get that so I can play the game, since I see a lot of people are playing this game, right? Oh, my people are dead and I can't get them up. But I like this team for, is she gonna, yeah, she came back. I like this team because Android 17.1 is hard to hit. I can reset pressure and get away from pressure, right? If I want to, let's say for example, both of my assists are gone, and I used them up trying to mix you, and I didn't mix you, right? So now my assists are gone. Right? Hold on 1 second. Let me see. All right, my assists are gone. I want to stay away from you now because my assists are gone. Usually people have to like backdash and get out, which gives your opponent a chance to pressure you afterwards, right? So I like Android 17 for that reason. He can steal the corner, right? Not a lot of characters can do that. He also works very well with Android 21. I like the fact that I can do this with there you go. I like the fact that I can get in and use that as my option, right? The other thing I like about Android 21 is his cross-up allows me to do crazy stuff in the corner, right? Or I could go I'm sorry. I did that wrong. Right? I can do crazy cross-ups in the corner if I wanted to. He has a triple. He has a basically a triple overhead. And also the same way that Kid Buu crosses you up mid-screen, where Kid Buu does the thing where he jumps over and uses the key blast, Android 17 has that too. Right? It can get faster depending on how tall the character is. Right? But Android 17 has that too. And if it hits, I can confirm it most of the time. Beerus assist is 50. That makes it very easy for me to mix when I need to. So if I do something like this, boom, easy, right? Easy. Or get really dirty. Right? Make them think they got to block high and then kill them low. Right? Is Beerus my anchor? Yes. Now I'm be honest with you, my Beerus is actually the weakest person on my team. I actually went through like 3 or 4 team changes last year, and this year I finally landed on this team. And my main team used to be something like Goku Blue, Android 17, and Piccolo. That was my main team for a while. And then I got bored with Goku Blue, so I was like, all right, I need somebody else. I started playing around with Adult Gohan and Frieza, just somebody who I thought would be fun. And then I ended up finding out about Android 21, and I was like, yo, Android 21 is kind of cool. I like this. And she was cool, but then I started realizing the weakest link on my team was actually Piccolo, and that was because Piccolo doesn't really have solo mix by himself. Piccolo has a very bad 2H. Beerus has a bad 2H too, but Piccolo's is worse because he can't make his safe. Beerus can make his safe, right? Beerus can just go and he's safe. If they try to 2H me for that, which oftentimes if you 2H, they normally can punish you for that, right? If you try to do this, you're punished. Or if you try to do this, you got to do better than that, honey. There you go. Usually they'll do that, right? Beerus, on the other hand, I can make that safe. All of my characters can make their 2H safe, right? Because that was something I noticed I really needed, right? So make sure you're making your 2H safe. That's definitely going to be something that you want to have in your belt, because if they're coming from something like this, right, and you come under them and you 2H them, you don't want to vanish or super dash. You don't want to go over there and go, let me see if I can get it right. Oh, I need her to do this. Okay. There you go. That's what I want her to do. Oh. That's what I want her to do. He has a terrible 2H though. Hold on. Right? If they blocked it, you got to make that safe now. Ooh, I am destroying her. If I can just get it. Right? You got to make that safe. So that's something I like about this team. Both my assists is high hit stun. Jesus, she just destroyed her. High hit stun. And Beerus kicks out damage. Android 21 definitely gives me the Oki mix and whatnot. She has the range. And she gives me some nasty mix options. So I could go crazy, right? I could just kill with that. Or I could be like, right? She also has something that's pretty cool. I thought about changing points, but I'm not sure who to choose. I feel like Bardock has problems opening opponents up. Thought about Beerus as a point. All right, cool. So watch this, right? What do you know about stagger pressure? Because Bardock, if you may have heard it now that you've learned about frame data from other people, right? Bardock has the best frame data in the game. Okay, got you. So stagger pressure, I got you. Watch this, right? This is how you can open people up with Bardock. Everyone is afraid of one or two things with Bardock, right? So the first thing is Bardock has that charge up attack. That eats up health while they're blocking, right? So if you pay attention to, I'm putting them in the corner, right? Have them block, all right, and I want their health bar to stay right here. So now what is this, right? So look at that. That's eating up health. Android 17 or Android 18 is losing her health right now. It's blue health, sure, but if you keep doing this mid-match, a lot of people have a problem with timing countering this, right? As you get up into the more higher ranks, they're gonna start punishing you for it. But if you can, right? So let me see. Your assist is gonna be a thing that opens you up. Now look at this, frame data wise. Bardock has the best frame data. Watch this. -3, -4, -4 on medium. Do you know what that means? That means you can backdash. That means you can do this. Watch this. Watch this. You can go something like this. Crazy, right? No one in the game can really do that. Okay, I'm telling you, no one in the game can do this, because if they do that, see if I can get it. Right? If they do that, that gives you the chance to layer it back in, right? So you want to learn how to time that and punish them for trying to mash on you. The other thing is, let's look at his medium low. 5. That means you can block. You're still safe. All of his normals are safe, right? So that means you can go something like this. Or not that. You want to do this, right? Now look at this. Here's another way you can open your opponents up. A lot of people can't hit from here, right? So watch this. She can't hit from here, right? This is after using light and then 2L. So light standing, light crouching. This distance right here, most people can't punish you. Hit 2M. You can punish them. If they step up, 2M. Right? You have the advantage every time. So Bardock's opening up is not really about mix. Bardock is about anxiety. It's about making your opponent anxious to get out of blocking, because nobody wants to block. This game just heavily prefers you not to block anyways. They give you so many tools to get out of it. But if you can stagger them, so I'll give you an example. Watch this, right? This person is now set to punch. Stagger. Do not do this. Do not go. Don't do that, because you're not going to give them a chance to press the wrong button. You don't really punish them, right? They're going to know, okay, I got to block, I got to hold this and whatnot. But if you start staggering, boom, right? Stop it. What are you doing? Right? You can go, right? No, right? Watch this. Oh, wait a minute. Right? Stagger your pressure, which basically means delay your normal buttons that you're using in your block stun. So instead of going, if you can see it on the left side, boom, 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 right? You want to go, right? You want to go, right? In fact, let me stop him from countering. Right? What are you doing? Don't check. 5 check. What are you doing? Right? That's what you want to do. So in a way, you're breaking the block string up. Yeah, that's another way to think about it. You're breaking it up, and this is called frame trapping. So when you trap someone in the frame, it's when they think that they can mash on you, but truly you're like, for example, watch this, right? So when I do light, my next attack hit in 11 frames. So it hit basically, how do I say this, right? So it took 11 frames, but that's really just adding on the additional 5 frames in between, right? So because it hit 11 frames, that means that, for example, in fact, I gotta do this so that way you can really understand what I'm saying. I gotta show the enemy info too. So look at her light. Her light is 6, right? It takes her attack startup is 6 frames. So if I stagger in a corner by doing this, right? If I stagger this, she will not be able to hit me because my frames are trapping her frame data. It's not allowing her frame to actually come out and allow for her to attack. She has to go through the whole startup phase, and then it has to be in the active phase. But because her startup may have occurred, she never enters the active phase of her attack, right? So that's why if she goes like this, she started attacking, but it didn't come out because I'm catching her on the frames, right? And a good tip is learn how to stagger your entire combo, actually. And it's going to take time. You don't have to do it every time, but it helps you understand just how to link this stuff without messing up, right? Right? Instead of going like this, look how fast that is. Right? That's very fast. But if you learn how to keep it nice and... This teaches you how to... This actually teaches you how to press the buttons efficiently, not mashing them. Because mashing is not a good thing to do in this game. Efficiently pressing your buttons at the right time and getting used to that is what you want to always be doing. Why did you stop playing? Yes. Right, so you want to definitely break up with your block string. That's what you want to do with Bardock. Now, mind you, with your team, like I said, if it's Bardock by himself, stagger. If you have an assist, like my assist is over there, right? If you have an assist, don't depend on Bardock to open them up. Use your assist to open up your opponent, right? Use a high-low option. Fake the high, go low. Right? So after a key blast, use your assist. Right? Keep it as tight as you can. I should probably do it like this. Right? They gotta guard that high. Wow. How would he do this? Yeah, I'll probably do something like that. Does he go around? He actually does go around. So watch this. This is another thing you can do with Broly. Bardock. This is pretty cool. Watch this. What? Right? You could also fake it high and go low. So that's ridiculous. And you can delay it a little bit so that way you have more time. Right? So you could also here's your third option to mix that up. Watch this. So I'm gonna do a cross up. How did he does his? I believe he goes Yeah, his takes 13. Yeah, so you can cross up. So you can do this, right? Watch this. That's not what I wanted. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. I gotta get the jump. You want to do something like that. That's what you want to do. And that's another thing. Make sure you're utilizing his cross-up. His cross-up is actually pretty good. For Ki Blast into, what is it? Ki Blast into that. Because you're actually safe. You're safe back here, right? They can't do anything after you do that. And that's considered unreactable because it's 13 frames. Right? So that would be how you would open people up with Bardock. He's a great, trust me, if any character I would tell you not to drop, it would be Bardock if that's a character you really like. But if you are considering other people on point, like I say, with point, the main thing that's very important with point is that you want your character to oppress your opponent as much as possible. This is why Vegeta is really good on point. Because one, he has a stay away tool. He can also use this tool to get in, right? He can go and make himself plus. He's plus 15 there. Which means he has all day to do what he wants. He just crossed up, right? He has a tool that controls the ground, right? And mind you, if you don't watch Hook Gang, watch Hook Gang. He's the perfect person for this particular setup, Broly and Vegeta. Oh, that's not even an attack, right? But yeah, that's kind of what you want to look at when you're looking at Bardock. So let me see here. So it's getting close to that time. What are some ways you recommend practicing for beginners? Any tips to get better grasp of the game? So the main thing is if you are a real beginner, like when I say real beginner, I mean like you still don't even have your combos straight yet. You want to focus on optimizing your combos, right? So that's making sure you get the most amount of damage possible when I say optimize. After that, to get a better grasp on this game, you need to understand neutral. Okay, in fact, I wish I could show you the recording of the guy that I played against, because neutral is basically the, you can call it's actually, it explains itself, but neutral is where no one has the advantage. Right now, if we're standing right here, these two guys, turn this off, turn this off, turn this off. Neutral is where these two guys have no advantage, right? I'm over here, you're over there, right? Neutral is about trying to gain the advantage, right? So an important skill you need to learn right now. Stop what you're doing, learn this skill. Dash block. Dash block. Now why am I saying dash block? What does that look like? So watch this. Command history, right? Now I'm gonna record something. Watch this. Watch this. Alright, so I just recorded all that. Now watch. You need to be able to do this. Why? Why do you need to learn that skill? The reason being is because neutral is all about performing an action and then exploiting the result of that action, right? Exploiting the result of an action that you initialized. So if you ever dash at somebody and block, and they see that you are dashing in and you're not getting hit, you have already proven that you have great defense, right? That scares a lot of people. And then also neutral, like I said, neutral is about retreating or pursuing, right? So either I'm retreating away from you, which means stay away, don't come near me, right? I don't want to get hit and I don't want to get mixed. Or this means I'm coming to beat that ass. Where's your mom at? I'm about to take a, you know, like, this is aggression, right? And this allows you, when you start making a move like this, your opponent's natural tendency is to do this. That is their natural tendency. If you go and they jump like that, you have one neutral. Why is that the case? Why is it that you won neutral by doing this? Because this is disadvantageous, is the word. They are now at a disadvantage. I'll show you what I mean. Watch this. You see that? You got to kind of time it. If they jump, you got to get there with them. Right? You could 2H them. And even if you miss, I don't think I have him blocking. But even if they miss, or you miss, you can make it safe, right? Because we talked about making 2H's safe. So in neutral, you're all about exploiting the results of your action. I'm pretty sure I've button mashed my way into Super Saiyan 2. I kind of understand the concept of neutral. Basically, a character like Broly excels up close because a lot of his moves are armored and far away because of his projectiles being the best in the game. It's similar to positioning in Tekken. All right, cool. So, yes, and then kind of no. So the reason I say no is because he's great. So when Broly is pressuring you and his moves are armor, he can gain the advantage naturally in neutral, yes, because of armor. However, the reason Broly is actually one of the best characters in the game is everyone's scared of this dude. Everyone is scared of him. He has an unreactable grab. If you're playing Broly, make sure you're staggering with this. You know why? And I shouldn't be teaching you this because I hate Broly. But watch this. Make sure I show you the enemy. Teach your way. Make sure I show you the enemies. Because my info is the enemy's info. Because I'm Broly right now, right? So I'm Broly. So when I punch, Broly is -2 after this. Look at this. Look at that range. Right? Look at that range. Right? That range 1 is ridiculous. 2, your frame data is ridiculous. -2? Do you know what that means? That means you can back up. That means you can press this and people won't know that it's fucking coming. Right? You can use an assist. Or that wasn't the assist that I wanted. Alright, you could go. In fact, look at. Watch this. That is scary. Broly excels in neutral because 1, here's something. Remember I told you about dash? In fact, I gotta do this so I can show you because, man, there's so many things about Broly that Broly pisses me off, which is why I don't play the character for my own reasons. Because I feel like Broly kind of gets to enjoy some privileges that I don't get to enjoy with my characters. But watch this. If you learn how to Tiger Knee, right? Learn how to Tiger Knee. Learn how to Tiger Knee, because if you know how to Tiger Knee and you get really good at dash blocking, right? So remember, right? Watch this. If I can just Tiger Knee. Oh, do I have bar? Yeah, I got bar. Wait, is it back? Oh, it's back. Okay, got you. It's back. It's back. Learn how to do that. So you know how that's an aerial move, right? If you can do it from the ground, right? Which means you have to do the quarter circle back, and then you got to press the up back to Tiger Knee it. And then you got to press the heavy. So watch this. If they are scared of you when they jump, I'm not even trying to do that. They're done. It's an anti-air and they can't do nothing about it. So if you learn how to dash block with Broly and you're like, I don't need Ki Blast to win from far away. I don't need to do that. I'm gonna just dash at you, and when you decide to jump, I'm killing you for it, right? Every time. That's all you got to do. Every time. They're going to be scared. And once you understand that fear, then you can start doing stuff like this. What do most people do in the corner with Broly? Broly wins. This isn't really about neutral. Broly's neutral is really his range, right? His range. If people super dash you, if people super dash you and they try to press something, so they go something like this, right? Most people will be like, and they'll do that, right? Watch this. Give me that, right? Punish that, right? Another thing about Broly, we already talked about his Ki Blast. That's not really a good neutral tool. That's really a get away from me. That is not a. You should not be using this, right? That much. You can kind of use it to get in. You know what? It's actually a pretty good tool to get in. No. You're still -19 going in like that. No, you're not. Because I'm not the enemy side no more. So yeah, this is a really great tool to get in, right? Right? You can. Why is that happening? Right, I thought, yeah, he can aim that, right? So Broly excels in neutral for certain reasons, but the main thing about him is really just the fact that he can gain the advantage from this far and armor through, and that in neutral, if he scares you, he can Tiger Knee and grab you out of the air. So you definitely want to do stuff like this. Here's how you're going to kill your opponent and be savvy, right? So if your opponent doesn't know that they're about to so watch this. Mid-air recovery, we want them to go up. And then I want to take this off. So let's say you do something like this, right? I want to do something like this, right? That's what you want to be doing. I believe some people do it like this. If they're in the corner, they'll go like this. That's so cheap. Stagger the rep to do like 1 or 2 on the ground and then stop, maybe 2 in the air and then stop. Throw a couple of eraser blows to keep them on their toes. Yes, the only thing with that is if you play someone, for example, let's say you do that, right? So this is what I'm going to do. I should have another Broly. Yeah. So watch this. I'm going to use this Broly to kind of show something, right? Now watch this. Right? If you have someone who's playing smart against you, you can do that. You'll catch a lot of the beginners. A lot of the beginners will fall for that stuff, right? They'll be trying to come up on you and whatnot, and you can easily vanish that. But when you start running into these guys, what you want to do, if you're doing that, you got to be careful because they can simple, right? Especially they got somebody like Broly, right? I gotta do it right. Right? If they're smart about it and you don't know and you're not seeing it come, right? I gotta really reflect these things here. Yeah, I probably have to show the moon jump instead to show you what I'm saying. Oops, it's not what I wanted. Right? So if you're not careful and you're kind of like spamming that, they can jump over that, right? It's a little tough to do, but if they time it right, especially if you start becoming predictable and you're kind of like, some people can actually respond to that animation. Like, I'm waiting on the animation, right? I'm looking for that. I'm looking for the animation of him throwing that big old ball, right? Right? I want to get there. So you got to be careful with that. Some people actually do know how to respond to this. Right? I just keep messing that up. I'm so bad at that. Super jump. One more time. Right? So that's something you got to be careful of. But yes, one tip, that tip is actually very, very good, is that you can stagger it, right? The other thing with that is make sure you're 2Hing. You're basically playing the game of, am I going to throw another one out, or are you going to super dash me, right? Right? You want to make sure you're 2Hing them for it with Broly. What is the other tip with him? Does Broly have the... Does Broly have the... I don't think so. With Broly, what do you think about using his barrier, getting up close, and using Dragon Rush? Corner. Use that in the corner if you can. Do it. You can do it mid-screen. And you could probably cover it with an assist. Right? Because most people can't see that. No one's going to see that. It's completely covering up that color. Right? So that's definitely a good tool to use with him. But you want to kind of vary it, right? So you want to do something. You want to first activate your barrier after you've done something like this, right? Or I probably wouldn't do it that way. Because it's Broly. So I'll probably do something like... Right? So you probably want to activate it there after you've used this, right? Oh, sorry. Probably this one. Does that not come out? Oh, wow. Wow. It takes him a long time to actually get that thing out. You're still +6 after this. So if you're still +6, you can like them for it, right? So for example, so I'm gonna have him counter. So this is something good for you to know. Is after if you do this combo, right? And in fact, I'll make sure to do it this way. Right? He's set to counter, right? He was set to counter just now, but it didn't work out. So if you get that off and you do the proper timing with it, I think you get the point. Right? But you definitely want to use that Dragon Rush with that barrier on. The only thing is, I've been noticing a lot of guys are kind of expecting that. And usually what people are trying to do is, here's the other thing. If you Dragon Rush and they go over you, like most people are going to probably try to do this. Watch this. Most people are probably going to try to do this. Because you got that barrier on. Right? They're probably going to try to jump away from you. That's the only thing with it, is that the barrier makes them even more scared, so they're probably going to jump. That's the only thing I would say about that. But I do think using that barrier with Dragon Rush, for example, you could also use it when they I can play mind games with them now. Yes, you can play all kinds of mind games with this guy. Like I say, stagger with this, because this is like optimal Broly, as optimal as you can get. Stagger with this, stagger, right? Throw that in there every now and again, right? Let them know you're not afraid to do it, but don't do it so much that they're expecting it, right? Do it every third, like every time you get a knockdown on them. Going ahead and do a full block string with him, right? Right, add in a Dragon Rush, right? But then when they're least expecting it, going ahead and be like, oh, I didn't mean to do that. Thank you, give me Broly back. Right? Oh, that doesn't work, by the way. You want to try to catch him in moments like that. Right? So stagger with this. Add in some overheads. Right? Call your assist. I think you have the command grab after the block string. You're right. You can't do it right after. It just won't register. Now you can do the medium and it registers. And of course the heavy one. Use the heavy one as much as you can though, because if they do decide to mash, it's you win that, right? Don't be afraid to throw this out mid-screen. Cover it with an assist. Don't vanish that. So you want to go, you can use Bardock B, right? Cover it with an assist so you can go, and you're good to go. Oh, that's not a combo, but yeah. So there's a lot that you can do with Broly, and Broly's gonna, like I said, keep him on the end, right? I would rather you, well, you have two anchors on your team. You got Tien and Broly, so either one of those will work, right? I prefer Broly on the end because everyone gets the most anxious when Broly's the last one. But because you still got Tien, and if, like I said, if you learn how to use Tien, you're good to go. Mind you, Tien's Oki, I don't know if you're using his Oki with the telekinesis, but make sure you're doing that. But that's pretty much it about Broly. Broly doesn't have a lot of tools. He has very good ones, and they just all work. You know what I mean? Like, they just all work. And that's kind of why I don't like Broly. But you know, I deal with him, and I find out that there's ways to deal with this guy, and you don't have to be so concerned with him. A lot of Broly players don't really know how to play the game, and that's the thing about, that's the bad side about Broly. I don't know if you remember, I don't know if you know this guy named Dbfz. Dbfz used to play Broly, but he dropped him, and you might be wondering why. It's because Dbfz said he felt like he stopped learning the game, right? Because of that. So he felt like Broly was so good in neutral, or so good at the game as a character, that he didn't have to learn other aspects of the game. He didn't have to learn how to delay my heavy to fake an overhead. All he had to do, oh shoot, all he had to do as Broly was just grab people, pick them up, right? Oh, is that how that works? I'm wondering. I'm curious about something. Oh, it didn't let me do it. I want to dash after this. Come on now. Oh man, that's scary. Yeah, that's just scary. Right? So, other than that, that's pretty much all you need to know as a beginner. You just want to make sure you know your frame data, right? You understand. Oh, make sure your Oki setup is good. Oki, I forgot to mention this. The other component that you really need to know is Oki, which is what do you do? Do you know what safe jumps are? Like an actual safe jump? I gotta carry it. Because, got you. Safe jumps will save. Safe jumps. Okay, so let me put it like this. Oki is Okizeme, which basically means to pressure your opponent while they're getting up. That's like Japanese or something, right? And this typical Oki scenario is gonna look like this. Right? So it's gonna look something like this. Oki, right? That was Oki. While he was getting up, I was plus 58, which means I could have done anything, right? Now, a safe jump is a jump that allows you to pressure your opponent and they can't 2H you and they have to hold it. They can only block. They can't up tech, they can't down tech, they can't, or rather they can down tech because they'll avoid them, but they can't up tech and they can't back tech. So I'll give you an example, right? So watch this. So first we're gonna do leave this back. So ground recovery is back. So watch this. In fact, I wanna show you something. We're gonna have them 2H, right? This is what we're gonna have them do. We're gonna have them do this. So this means if I go in and I do a heavy like that or something, they can 2H me, right? But this is, now I'm gonna show you what a safe jump looks like. See that? He got hit even after he set the 2H and anti-air me. But see, there's a certain amount of time that it takes for that startup to turn into an anti-air. I think it's about 4 frames or something like that. So because of that, this is recognized as a safe jump. Back jump, right? Back jump, delay it a little bit, dash in, and then do that. Now, let's say if you did it, you kind of messed it up, right? This is also why it's safe. Let's say you kind of messed it up a little. You did it a little too late. Watch this. I can block that. And it's because there's no ground recovery. Right? When you touch the ground, the game stops you from whatever you were doing, and you can block frame 1 after that, right? So that means this safe jump right, it counters 2H, which is an anti-air. And watch this, I'm gonna have them up tech also. Right? It covers that. They can't go nowhere. I'm always, if they up tech, I'm hitting them. If they 2H and back tech, I'm hitting them. If they down tech, that's not really, they don't have any advantage. You still have advantage. And the reason being, I'll show you. Delay stand is what they got it on. So 30 seconds, right? So this means they're gonna do this, right? They're gonna delay getting up. But if you still perform your safe jump, you still have advantage. All you gotta do is light, and they can't do anything about that. They can only block. They can't reflect that either. They can't jump that either, right? So watch this. They shouldn't be able to reflect, but I'm gonna double check it. Oh, other way. All right, cool. I have to do it frame 1. Right? So light, if they reflect, you then get to take advantage because they missed the reflect. But the other thing about it is when they delay stand, the only real option they have is block or reflect. And that means either they're going to hold it or they're going to have to figure out what they're going to do after reflecting you if they get the reflect off, right? Which is why you want to light to make them think you're going to hit them. Or to be even smarter, what you can do is you can do this. This is what I prefer you to do if they delay stand and you do a safe jump. Oh. If they delay stand, do this. And watch them. Right? What you can also do is put one light in there as soon as they get up. Right? Put a light in there as soon as they get up. Because they can't do anything. They can only block and they can only reflect. If they reflect you and you put that one light in there. Oh, sorry. I need to make sure he's going the right way. Yeah, he's not. If they reflect you, right, you're still safe. You won't get punished for that, right? So Oki is very important. It's how you pressure your opponent while they're getting up after you've knocked them down. And this is after a hard knockdown, right? She doesn't really have a hard knockdown. Beerus does. Hard knockdown. It's when that animation shows up that shows that you just knocked them down pretty hard, right? But those are the main things you want. And you know, I like to see some footage of you play so that way I can kind of see what you're doing and how you're working with your team. But I think you're going to get the hang of it. You know, as long as you're seeking out information and you're watching some of the pros play, make sure you watch Goichi when he's playing his main team of like Bardock and GT and whatnot. Watch how Goichi opens people up, right? Broly, watch Ode to Kill Sage stuff. Watch what's his face? What's his face? Coach Steve on YouTube is a great person to look at. Watch Hook Gang. Those guys know how to really work Broly. And for Tien, you kind of got to look around. There's not a lot of Tien players, but Wawa might actually use Tien in a lot of his matches, which is WAWA. And he can kind of show you how to optimize Tien. But other than that, I'm pretty sure you're going to be well on your way, bro. So I wouldn't even worry about it. I do stream on Twitch from time to time, but I hate streaming on Xbox. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, if you're well, no, I couldn't do it that way. But yeah, I would definitely like to see some of your recordings. If you're on Twitch, I'll go on ahead and follow and whatnot. Let me see. I should be able to follow from my cell phone, right? Yeah, follow from my cell phone. No, I just want to follow the user actions. Got you. Oh, got you. This must be Reggie. What's up, Reggie? This must be Reggie. Reggie, boy, you gonna get it, bro. I wouldn't even worry about it. Like I say, bro, once you get the hang of this game, bro, it's gonna be easy. It's gonna be very easy. It's not much to it at all, but once you get there, and you'll start understanding a lot about the game. It's not too hard. He doesn't do it that way. But yeah, just get Oki, learn some neutral, learn how to do your block strings. Don't reflect when you're waking up. Don't do that. That's the worst thing you can do. And just keep playing. Don't stop. So, but I'm actually about to call it a night. I got to get up in the morning. Really appreciate you, Reggie, for coming out. I'm going to be doing some more series on how to play like a pro and get to that level to where you can start competing and whatnot to win some money. And then also, if you're interested, Reggie, I'm also going to do a YouTube video on how to get to 6 figures in IT under 3 years, because that's what I was able to do. And I'll go through all the details for that. Oh, appreciate it, bro. Really appreciate that. But all right, bro, take it easy, and I'll see you next time.